Hello, my name is Wallace Eagle III, and I'm here in front of the Black Rhino exhibit at the Lincoln Park Zoo. Now, for my school project, I have to research the Black Rhinoceros. As you can see, though, the Black Rhino is not in the enclosure, so I'm going to talk about the habitat. Though they don't have this, the Black Rhino is a fairly small species of rhino that's native to Central Africa and Southern Africa areas. Though recently the population has declined greatly, but now the species is slowly recovering. The black rhino that's here is an eastern black rhinoceros, which is fairly common. As you can see, these are native to the eastern areas of Africa plus southern areas. The black rhinoceros is like other rhino species, is a browser, which means they eat woody plants, branches, or really not really grassy plants. Unlike other, though, for most rhino species, they're fairly small. Now, as this chart shows here, the black rhino species has greatly declined over the last few years, from 65,000 to nearly 4,200 in the wild. Black rhinos weigh 3,100 pounds. And like most rhino species, they only give birth to a single calf that weighs about 85 pounds. The black rhinoceros has a tough hide which protects it, mainly on the back area and on its feet. The horns, though, unlike most rhino creatures, are made out of keratin, which is the same stuff as your fingernails or your hair. Which means when they rub away at it constantly to sharpen it, this also wears it down really badly. If the horn snaps altogether, they slowly regrow one. The reason why the black rhino species is endangered is because people hunt for this. What most people would do, what they do is they kill the animal, cut off the horns, and leave the animal to rot, which I think is a very cruel and disgusting thing to do. People now, even though they're critically endangered now, the population is slowly recovering. Though it will never be the 65,000 population it used to be. The adult black rhinoceros stand 55 to 67 inches at the shoulders and are 11 to 12 feet in length. Despite their large size, black rhinos can run 35 miles per hour. And like other rhino species, they eat a huge variety of plants. Though black rhinos have been known to eat 220 species of different plants, even ones that have thorns or special chemicals that make them taste bad. The black rhinoceros can live up to 5 days without water during a drought and live primarily in grassland, savannas, and tropical bushland areas. They browse for food in the morning and the evenings when it's the coolest during the day, and in the middle of the day, they're normally asleep. The black rhinoceros has many ways of communicating with each other. They normally use scent marking from their urine, or when they use the bathroom, they spread their dung around to tell other rhinos that they were there, or by rubbing their horns on rocks and trees, though this is very rare. Because the black rhinoceros live in heavily wooded areas, they have really bad eyesight, so they make up for this in hearing and in smell. Though because of their very bad eyesight, this makes them the most dangerous species of rhino in Africa. They have been known to charge at anything they don't find normal, including and sometimes mistake termite mounds and trees for enemies, and they've been known to charge at trucks or people. If someone wants to approach a rhino without being noticed, they would need to have the wind blowing away from the rhino and not towards it, or else they'll be detected. Black rhinoceros are considered to be very good parents. Females normally have the calves with them for 2 to 3 years until they give birth to another calf. When that happens, they're either driven off by the females or the males, or they leave on their own, but female calves will stay with the mother for a longer amount of time. Most black rhinos live a very short life because of poaching and loss of habitat. But people have predicted that rhinos without habitat loss or pressure from poaching could live for up to 35 to 50 years. 50% of males and 30% of females die from combat-related injuries. The black rhinoceros have no common predators except crocodiles under certain conditions. Well, this is all I have on the black rhino. I am Wallace Good, reporting from the Lincoln Park Zoo.